All right, my people, good morning. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Today it is Thursday, the 30th, I think, and we are having a rest day today. Weight has come up a little bit from yesterday, but overall still pretty low, which is 92.3 kilograms this morning. Shape is improving vastly these couple of days, so quite excited with that. We're moving forward, we're moving along, we're getting in striking distance of contest conditioning, so that's great. I just had my breakfast, now it's time for a morning walk because we have the 15,000 steps to do today and we have a busy rest day, a fun rest day as well. First we gotta bring my car to the garage because it has its yearly check. Now also my brakes are a little bit funky, so they have to check that. Afterwards we're gonna have a nice coffee and we're gonna do a little stroll around the city to get some steps in, to get some stuff we need. So fun morning. Then it's time for the barber. As I was saying, then it is time for the barber. So I'm going to my regular barber, which is 45-minute drive from here, but it's in the same city. So that will be great. Getting a fresh cut because it is needed. Now I'm getting interrupted by a lot of fucking living in the outskirts. Great. Fucking well. So after the barber we are going to the laser clinic to get my back removed, my back hair removed. It's my second session there. Again, so no interruptions hopefully now. After the barber, we will go to the laser clinic to get my back hair removed. I went once 3-4 weeks ago and I just wanted to check how goodly it would work. Well, actually, it took off maybe 60% of the hairs on my back. So I reckon if I do it 1 or 2 more times that it will stay away. Which the shaving part of bodybuilding is my most annoying thing, I think. And my back I can reach, so Frederic has also always have to do that for me. So we're gonna get that removed permanently, at least as far as it's permanent. Take some time away from the shaving because it's just annoying. And it's a luxury thing, I know, but it's a quite handy luxury thing. So I'm gonna do that. Afterwards I have some calls with some clients. And in the meantime, in between, I will probably do my form replies, some feedback on some guys with the training clips, and overall just being the coach, because that never stops. Frederic's morning is a little bit more busy because she has always check-ins every day, so she's very busy with those right now. And in about an hour we will leave for the first job of the day, which is bringing my car. Now I'm gonna take you along today with all the fun stuff we're doing, maybe show you some bits from what we are going to get, and you're definitely gonna see you are definitely going to see the coffee that we're gonna drink. A black one, of course, because prep, but still nice to be away together, have some time. What I noticed lately with the busyness of contest preps, of clients competing and new clients starting up, there's not much time left to do those things because it's a full-time job, of course. With the training and everything, it comes down to the rest days, and the rest days are mostly packed with the stuff that we are going to do right now, or with the competitions itself. So very nice to get away together for at least a day today. So you will see some stuff of that, but first I'm gonna finish my steps, do some replies, and then it's off to the garage. Okay guys, so we dropped off my car at the Volkswagen dealer so it can be checked, and the brakes were a little bit squeaking. And the motor engine light did burn some days, so they're gonna check everything and they're gonna tell me what's up. But now time for meal number 2, which is very nice because I am hungry as fuck. The carbless breakfast falls through you like it's nothing. So now we have the first hot, still a little bit hot meal. I warmed it up before we left, so it's still not cold, which is the beef with rice, some carrots and some green beans. Then we're going to go to the city center to get some stuff to walk around, have a nice coffee together, and have the next meal before my appointment with the barber. So I'm going to enjoy this meal, and my prep brain is fucking up my English, so excuse me for that, but it will get better, I hope. Just the time of the day, I think. I don't know. Slept a little bit better last night. I have had 2 nights of very shitty sleep before, so it was nice to get at least a decent 7 hours of sleep again, with a sleep score of 78, I think, right now. And the last few days it was around 60, so not that great. Impacted mood a lot, impacted energy, of course, but we're happy campers again. So let's eat. All right, so shopping run done. What did we get? We have rituals. So we received a couple of gift cards in the past year, I think, and I was curious to see what we could get for our new home when it's done. So we went in and we had some free shopping there because the gift card was totally filling out what we've got. So we got sand sticks for at our toilet later on, so that's a good addition to what we have later on. What else did we get? We got some herbs. So I have a special shop here which does herbs and stuff for on the food, which was the Italian spice mix, which is the best one over there. So I got that, got some cinnamon, got some new socks because you can't have enough socks, and Frederick got some travel stuff because she's going away. Where are you going?
Marrakesh.
She's going to Marrakesh in a few weeks. Nice. I'm 1 week, 2 weeks before ending the diet phase then. Before show day, should we say? I don't know just yet, but 2 weeks out then. So she will be gone for 5 days. It will be a very relaxing couple of days. Or not, because I have to do everything myself, of course, but we will see. But yeah, good stuff, good stuff. She's lucky enough that she can go. She's going with her mom and her sister. Little family trip, enjoying life in the sun. But hey, we can't complain over here, right? The sun is shining as well. So we're now on our way to get some coffee, get a drink, because I'm thirsty as a motherfucker. Because yesterday we got to the conclusion that my water intake was already at 8 liters a day, so I overshot it a bit. So we reduced that back to 6 liters, so we don't have a very hard time peaking later on, because when peak week we probably will bump up the water intake by 2 liters. If I'm already at 8, that means I should drink 10 liters then, so good thing we found out. Now, let's get a coffee. Right, so we're enjoying the sun with a nice cup of coffee. We got a big coffee and we got 2 sparkling water. Enjoying the sun. Important note, guys, take some time to relax in between your heavy working days. Having some mental downtime, relaxing together with your loved one is one amazing thing to do and very important for longevity. So take your time to relax and enjoy. Especially when the sun's out, this is the most amazing thing to do. For us, at least, we love this. So we're gonna enjoy our coffee. Then it's time for meal number 3. And then it is time for the barber. 200 potato with 175 chicken and 50 veg, and I've got 100 pineapple with this. So having enjoyed our cup of coffee with the hunger growling in my stomach, but also some cookies watching me, it's now time for the meal. Sounds like prep, feels like prep, but it's fun. So this is the meal. There you have it. And Frederic has staring at this. The same thing, but less. 100 chicken, 100 potato, 50 veg. And she has her Heinz tomato ketchup, which I'm not a fan of. And the whole car smells like it now. So I'm gonna not try and smell that while I eat my food, to enjoy my own food, because I have my sriracha on it. As always with my potatoes, sriracha garlic. Time to enjoy this, then go to the barber, and then on to the next one. Let's go. Alright, that's done. Look at the fresh cut. We are ready to be fresh again. Now we are moving towards the car, then we're driving towards the laser clinic for our next meal and the lasering. Good. And we are on our way. Let's take this moment to talk a little bit about hunger management and hunger management on prep. Because when you're dieting hard, then hunger is unavoidable. It will always be present, and there will definitely be times that you are more hungry than others. For example, if you had a bad night of sleep, or if you had some triggers throughout the day which made you feel a little bit extra hungry, then the most important thing is that you are feeling the hunger and accepting the hunger at first, because hunger is something that will always be there. And if you try to satiate that hunger, and if you try to find stuff that fills you up more and more, you will find that it won't really help, and it will actually make things worse in the long term. So acceptance is number one. But there are strategies to really improve it, to have less hunger, to experience less hunger, or to have a little bit the feeling of less hunger. And those are mostly pointed towards mental things. Because when you're thinking about food all day, when you are watching food vlogs on YouTube, for example, or your Instagram feed is full of only the nicest food on the world that you love to eat, then automatically your brain will give you more hunger signaling, because you crave those things. And you must remember, cravings and hunger are two different things, but cravings will trigger more and more when you keep watching food. So my first tip, as always, would be always cut out all that noise from the outside. Things like food videos, eating videos, Instagram feed, which is full of bakery stuff or nice meats, or for example. If you cut that out, you will definitely feel a reduction in that hunger and craving feeling that you're experiencing. Dietary strategies, on the other side, picking foods that are not too tasty, that will actually trigger even more hunger. For example, I'm a bread lover. I am the biggest bread lover there is. If you can wake me up with a couple of slices of sourdough bread, I'm your man. But no, I've cut it out. We have cut it out. Kuba has cut it out, actually, because I still wanted to eat it. But by cutting it out and switching it to a more wholesome meal, which consists of rice and eggs, for example, right now, my hunger signaling from the bread actually is way less, because I just simply don't have it. And when you don't eat something for a longer period of time, you'll actually feel that you crave it less. You will think about it less. And if you then simply follow your meal plan and don't deviate from it, it will make life very much easier. When I was in prep in the first few weeks, I did try to just eat some bread, because it was easily fittable in my calories. And what I noticed, that later on in the day, I was more hungry than on the days that I didn't do that, simply because I've had that bread and I was craving it for more. Now, another switch we made lately was the switch from cream of rice with whey and berries to simply rice with beef and veggies. And macros are totally the same, but the experience afterwards is way much bigger, because when I ate that cream of rice, my hunger was actually sky high. I did not even touch the sides, and now with the rice and beef, it still feels like I haven't eaten much, but it satiates more, and it gives me a longer feeling of satiation throughout the day, because the next meal is 3 hours later. I can manage that, but after the cream of rice, I'm actually normally more hunger than I was before. So simple switch, just have to make the decision and just do it. Yes, I'm a lover of cream of rice, especially as there's dark chocolate with it, etc. But simply switching it out makes life much easier. So also, don't switch out to big volumes of veggies. Voluminous foods will not satiate you even more. They will fill up your stomach a bit, yes, but they probably also give you some bloating and a full feeling for maybe a few minutes. But it's actually the calories that really fill you up. So if you ate 100 calories of greens versus 100 calories of meat, I would probably suggest that the meat will fill you up more and for longer. But on the end, they both still will give you hunger. So filling up your stomach, even if you're doing classic physique or men's physique, it's even more important to be on top of your gut health and on top of your gut extension. If you can keep the volume of foods lower, then you will notice that your waist stays tighter throughout for your whole prep, and you will have a less hard time to present your physique well on stage, with a tighter midsection and a better outcome in the long run. So that's also a big one. Now for the water intake, what I said this morning, my water intake creeped up to 8 liters already, and it just creeps up on you. You don't really think about it, you just drink because you're hungry, but it will actually make things worse also for your gut. What I noticed, that my gut was standing out. It was really bloated a bit throughout the whole day, simply because I was just drinking too much water. Sleep was suffering also, because I woke up to pee 2 times at least at night, which all has a bad impact on your shape and on the outcome of prep. So don't start drinking extra water. Stay on top of your water intake. Keep it neutral. Keep it on the liters that you are prescribed. I would say for most people between 4 and 6 liters is well enough. And don't go over it. Don't compensate with too much extras. Sweeteners also. If you make things extra sweet, your sweet tooth will actually be more apparent, and you will definitely feel more hungry afterwards. So try and time those things at the right moment, before bed, for example. If you want something sweet, eat it last thing of the day. You have something to look out for, and then afterwards you go to bed, so you don't crave too much. So that would be the best strategy for that. Now, enough rambling about foods and about hunger management. If you have any problems with your hunger or with any management of it, just drop me a DM or comment here below, because I want to help you. I can help you. I can at least think about how you can do it better for yourself. So just drop me a message and I will help you. Now, let's enjoy my little treat for this afternoon, which I just said, don't do it too much, and that's why I have just 1 can. It's the Pepsi again. So gonna enjoy this, talk a little bit with Frederique, because she's driving, and then get to the laser hair removal. All right, see you guys later. Good morning, guys. It is the next day. It is 10 o'clock, 10:15, and I received feedback from Cuba on my check-in from this morning. The weight has come up a little bit, and we are not seeing any movement downwards in the averages of this week instead of last week. But he also says that the look is quite different. It's getting better. So we're not going to change anything for the sake of just changing plans because we do not see the weight move. We actually make the decision now to really push on with what we've got right now and see where we land in a few days. Now, we don't make any changes based on weight only. And I also never do that with my clients. I always check the visuals, because most likely that if we are in a deficit and we are driving that fat loss, we won't always see a drop in body weight, but we definitely will see a vast change in how the physique presents itself. So basing decisions on visuals rather than basing decisions on weight trendings is the main way to go, I think, and that's what Kuba thinks as well. So I stand by his decision for that. Could I push harder? Yes, maybe. Will that have a detriment on my physique or on my recovery right now? Maybe. So by getting those choices on the right time right now, to not push too quickly, too hardly, when we have the time left to cruise through, it's a better decision to just stay on this plan and not push things along harder than needed. So we're gonna see where we're gonna land in the next few days, and then we'll assess again. Next check-in pictures are on Monday, then I got my reply on Tuesday, so we'll see how that goes. This weekend we have Siggy's competition planned, so we are attending there to visit and watch the show. I'm not competing myself, but we do have 2 female clients of ours which are gonna shine on that stage, so we'll definitely be there to support them. And a lot of other people we know are competing as well. So it's a fun weekend, long days ahead, but still very much likely that we are gonna enjoy it because it's just fun to be around like-minded people, other bodybuilders, networking and talking to each other about the bodybuilding stuff. So that's our weekend occupation. I do have to train legs tomorrow as well, and it will be a very busy morning with everything we gotta do. But when we get that out of the way first thing and get the check-ins out of the way as well, with hopefully a big portion of the steps, we can cruise through to the rest of the day on the competition. It's a little bit more than an hour's drive from here, so we'll be spending 2 hours in the car tomorrow as well. So we have to plan out our day precisely to get everything fixed for us. Now, if you have anything like that, like a weekend away or a big event coming up and you want to stay on plan, always just try to prepare ahead. Think about what you're gonna do, what you're gonna eat, what you're gonna have there, and try to think about when you are going to do every task you want to achieve that day. For example, for me with my 15,000 steps, it's important to do a big portion of that before we leave, because if I have done 10,000 steps already, I just got to do 5,000 more when we are there, and that's easy done. So just simple steps in between the classes or around the venue, or just simply just walking up and down the lane there to see if we can get extra steps will make a huge difference, and it's not that much to be asked. Then for the meals, what I always do is I try to prepare the day before already. If I don't have the time in the morning, well, tomorrow I do have to train first, so I'll probably skip that, take that further today, so I am prepared for tomorrow, and then for the Sunday we'll leave a little later, so then I can prepare the meals for in the morning. So just be prepared when you go away. Always take your meals with you. If you're doubting about how late you're going to be back, just take an extra meal so you're never without one, and simply be prepared. Now, I'm gonna go on with my next working block. This video will end right here, and you probably will see some stuff from the Siggies over the weekend. So have a good day. If you enjoyed this video, then please leave a like, leave a comment, share, subscribe, everything else what you can do to support me. Also, if you want to try out some supplements like those from Supplement Needs or from my sponsor itself, Invexis, then you can support me over there by using my code Randy10 to give yourself some discount and to give me some extra credibility for the things that I'm pushing towards you guys. Now, I do say the whey tastes amazing. They have their own flavors. My favorite whey of their own is the cookies and cream and the salted caramel, but they have many more in stock. So please check them out. There will probably be a restock from all the Train by JP Supplement Needs and maybe something else. So keep them in your vision. Try and check them out sometimes. And if you have ordered there, please leave a comment down below to let me know that you supported me and them and yourself with the discount. So have a good day, have a good evening whenever you're watching this, and we'll see each other next time.